Howdy. For those of you who have been here before, welcome back. For those of you who are new, my name is David Mosberg. This is my son Levi, and we're here to show people that one of the best parts of the American dream is our ability to earn income. So we have a goal of raising $100,000 of profit in a new venture we're going to be starting in just a couple of days so that we can help to show people how they can change their lives and their thought process on how this works. So with that in mind, we wanted to move on to episode 5 of our launch. We're going to talk today a little bit about what it takes to just get started. So we're going to simply talk about one thing. We're no longer talking about dreams anymore. We're talking about action. And in order to start making money, I had a great meeting this morning with a new friend that I just met. And he said something that I hear so many times. He said, I've been thinking about this idea for years. He literally said the word years. And I said, you know what? I was the same way about a decade ago. And so we need to move some things forward. About a decade ago, before I started on my entrepreneurial journey, I worked as a W-2 and I had some side hustles and I had a lot of dreams that I really knew in my heart I was not going to accomplish until I learned that if I put an action plan to my dream, I can do that. And I want to show you how to do that as well. So welcome to episode 5. We're going to talk today about launch. What does ready mean to you? The other big barrier I see for a lot of entrepreneurs is they think ready means perfect. And I'm here to tell you, not only does ready not mean perfect, you will never be perfect. You just simply won't. I don't care what business you're running. My business runs really well. My business partner in my accounting firm is an amazing person to get like really good detail work and everything done. But we're all human. We make mistakes from time to time, and how we recover from them we found is much more valuable than trying to be perfect all the time. And the reality is, if you're waiting till it's perfect, you will never launch. And so in an effort to get launched, ready simply means that you have an offer, you have a deliverable, and you have a way to collect money. Now, in today's world, there's 100 different platforms to collect money in, and it's really not too hard to establish that. You don't need a whole lot of stuff. You don't need an EIN. A lot of people are like, well, I got to file my business with the thing. You don't need all of that. We want to do it the best way possible, so it helps to have those things. It shouldn't stop you from starting. PayPal will take your social security number. You can start with Zelle. You can start with Cash App, any of those types of platforms. You just need to make sure that you have an offer that a client is going to find value in. You can deliver that offer. And sometimes we're learning how to deliver that as we're delivering that. And then we also need to make sure we get paid. Because by the way, the goal of this is to bring in money. We all love to have fluffy purposes in our business and all the different things that are making us sound really good about how we're serving the people in the marketplace and we're going to fix their problems and all that. But the reality is there's one primary purpose in a business, and that's to make money. What you do with that helps you to fulfill your purpose in the marketplace, right? And so let's get started with that. So one of the things we did to get started was we created a brand. And one of the things you're also going to see a little bit later after episode 6 is going to be a whiteboard session that Levi and I went through with the reality that our primary idea of what we're going to bring to the marketplace may or may not produce enough in the time frame that we're looking for. So we're going to whiteboard a few other ideas that we're going to launch at the same time or throughout the 6-month period of time, unless of course we make $100,000 in the first month or something like that, which would be a miracle. By the way, if you're watching and simply want to send us $100,000, we'll give you a link. We'll stop talking. We'll do your podcast for you, whatever you want. So that's an offer. If anybody wants it, I'll come see, hey, $100,000, I'll fly to wherever you are. We'll have a whole day and we can do that session. So Alonzo, if you make sure we have a link for that offer, let's do that. But in the meantime, we're gonna also have a couple of other concepts that we're gonna launch at the same time. I also wanna let you know we have 2 purposes here. The first purpose is to prove that we can make $100,000 in 6 months, or I hope we can, because we're gonna tell people we can. So we're gonna try and do that. But the second thing is to also make a residual income company so that we can sustain our updated lifestyle. Last time I checked, we're talking about building a pool here. I know that's an affluent thing, but we need to maintain that pool. So if we are replacing a washing machine, we're also going to need laundry detergent. And so we need an ongoing income so that we can cover the costs of what we're doing in our lifestyle adjustment so that we're not stressed about it. The worst thing you can do is put a pool in your backyard and be broke. because they're expensive to maintain. You won't be able to afford all the people who are going to want to come over and hang out with you at your pool. And that's just not the whole concept. So we want to build something that creates income, not just today, but into the future. So most of the concepts that you'll see us whiteboard out will also be residual income ideas. Take them, steal them, use them, do whatever you want with them. Just do something. Okay, we're going to do a quick tour of the website that Levi has built for us to get Casper workflow strategies, which is our primary goal. We are going to build workflow strategies by using a combination of tools, including some of the new AI stuff that's out there, to build a platform to help small businesses in our community to be more efficient, more effective, generate more sales, and most importantly, gain the number one thing that business owners should have, which is control of their time. So we're going to go ahead and hop in, and we're going to get onto the website here, and we're going to show you a little bit about what that's going to look like, and just let you know that this website was built in a weekend. By the way, one of our offers is simply going to be to build websites in 24 hours for just $199, or was it 7 days?
7 days.
7 days. Okay. I'm going to get Levi to up that to 3 days, and we're going to deliver a website. If you just complete a questionnaire for just $199, and there's no upfront cost, it's just going to be $199 a month, which will include your website build, which normally costs between $5,000 and $10,000. It'll include hosting, and it'll also include a ticketing system that gives you the ability to make some updates on your own independently, so you don't have to wait for a web developer to get with you. The other cool thing is, you're going to be able to be in business really quickly if the website's going to be your way to do that. So let's hop into our website here, and you can just see from the homepage, our number one idea is we're offering time, right? Every business owner that I've gotten a chance to work with, and right now I have over 150 business owners that I work with right now, and the number one issue they have is time. They work really hard, they're doing everything to run their business, they're running multiple parts of their business, but they don't manage their time very well. So these workflow strategies are going to be the goal. As you can see on the site right now, we've got this $100,000 live scoreboard. So we're going to be posting daily updates to the revenue, the number of episodes we published over the 6 months, the number of free audits we're going to deliver, which is how we're going to generate income through Casper workflow strategies, and the paid clients signed. And so this will be a great way for us to get to our KPI, which is one of the biggest things you should understand when you get started in business. How many clients do we need, and how much will each engagement bring us? Those are our two key KPI in this business, so that we can simply do the math. If our average client is going to pay us $1,000, how many clients will we need to get to 100,000? I love adding a multiplier into that math of if a client's paying us $1,000, not just once, but every month, we add a divisor of 12, which means that for every client we bring in the first month, we're going to get 6 months worth of residual income from them, which means $6,000 towards our $100,000 goal. So with that in mind, man, we could just do, 20 clients, 18 clients, and hit our goal if we're aggressive enough in month one, and of course, deliver. So with that in mind, paid clients is part of our KPI, which is why that's on the front page. There's going to be links to watch the $100,000 challenge. We're going to watch the gauge fill in real time. So that's going to be really fun. So what you see here in this big dollar sign, that's going to be our barometer of success. That's going to fill up over time as we continue to add money. We're even going to share screenshots of the bank account. We understand that we're going to have to reinvest along the way in order to maximize the ability for us to grow. So there is going to be a net effect here. It's not just revenue that we're after, because guess what, guys? I can't buy the pool with revenue. I got to buy the pool with net profits. And so we've got to watch for that as well. There will be links for you to get your own workflow audit if you're a small business operator or a large business operator, and you've got some challenges of efficiency in your business, or just want to see what we could do for you. You can click that link and engage with us that way. All right. 3 doors and 1 outcome, your time and margin back. So ultimately, we're after 3 different things. We're going to provide a free workflow audit. We're going to do an implementation sprint. What I mean by that is our goal is to turn around most of the workflow concept back to you within 3 to 4 business days, so that we can go ahead and then determine if it's of value to you, which moves on to the workflow concierge. This is going to be that monthly retainer where you can continuously engage with us. You can send us tickets, you can send us emails, phone calls, and different things for us to be able to work with you to make sure that the workflow is working properly and truly maximizing your program. So you'll be able to see how that works and what we're doing with that. Then documented in public is going to be the $100,000 challenge. 0 to 6 figures of profit in 6 months on camera, every step. We want you to replicate this. We want you to determine if you just need $1,000 to fix your car, or if you want $250,000 to take an amazing trip around the world for your entire family. Whatever it is you want, we want your dream to be turned into a reality. So please check this out. You can subscribe to us on YouTube. I have a couple different channels there that you'll be able to engage with for not just the $100,000 challenge, but other business advice, tax strategies, other plans on how you can maximize your effort in the marketplace. We are built for small businesses, although we'll be glad to serve large businesses as well. We love working with entrepreneurs. Large businesses have teams of resources to be able to pull from. Some of them are highly effective, some of them not so much. But in the meantime, we're primarily focused on the small business operator. To us, that's the tradesmen in the marketplace, the service providers, attorneys, doctors, people who are out there really working hard to bring back money to their household so they can sustain a reasonable lifestyle and help to advance their legacy. So with that in mind, these are the types of businesses that we want to serve. Service business, brick and mortar and trade businesses, professional service businesses, but we will serve pretty much any industry, and we're glad to help out any way we can. If all we have for you is a piece of advice and wouldn't be value for you to be able to engage with us long term, we're great with that too. We'll share the advice for free. All right. Here's some owners who I have worked with in the past who have gotten their time back. So you'll see some testimonials and stories. One of the things we're going to do as well throughout the 6-month period of time, we're going to invite people on who have started with Casper workflow strategies or any of the other plans we've implemented so that you have an opportunity to see live how we've been able to impact different business owners. All right, here's Levi and I's, a little bit of a piece on who we are and what we do. Levi, my son, I got a chance to adopt him just last year, although we've been together for a long, long time, 25 years. I've been blessed with Levi in my life. Levi just recently got married and he found out marriage is expensive for those of you out there. I'm just kidding, Anna. She's beautiful. She's great. But life is expensive in general. And so we need to figure out ways that we can support our families and provide a great experience for them, healthy, good lifestyle, lower our stress points, and really get a chance to do what's most important, which is just serve each other in the best way possible. So you'll get a chance to meet us and spend some time with us. We have a couple of different tips and tricks on there for you to look at. And then we have a time workflow audit for you to check out. That's pretty fun. And that's just an ability for you to say, hey, if I could find the thing that's sucking the most of my time out of my day and replace that with a positive workflow, let's see what we can do for that. So that pretty much wraps up the site tour. We're going to go ahead and interact with you. We love feedback. So please comment, share, repost, do whatever you can to get this information out there so we can help as many entrepreneurial minded people as possible to figure out how they can just have that one little shift in mindset that took me, unfortunately, 25 years of working for other people to figure out, is that if you just go to the marketplace, you can truly change your financial trajectory and change not only your life, but the lives that you get to serve. So thank you. We look forward to seeing you on our last episode before launch, which is going to be episode 6. And so we'll see you tomorrow.